Hey guys, and welcome back to the Windows XP networking series. And I'm going to show you a couple things today, in addition to my fresh install video that you guys saw a while back. Today I'm going to show you how to set up a static IP on your desktop, how to connect your Xbox to your desktop to use its internet connection to get internet to your Xbox. So say you only have one free Ethernet port, or say you have a wireless and one free Ethernet port, you can use that instead of having to get a wireless card for your Xbox, or I mean wireless adapter, not card, sorry. Also how to media share over your network that you just started creating, and also forward the ports so you can still play your Xbox, port forwarding basically on your router. So once you learn how to do it for your Xbox, I'm sure you can learn to do it for other programs. So the first thing you want to do is set up your static IP. You go to Start, Network Connections, and in your network connections, since I have two cards, which you should if you're trying to hook up your Xbox to it, you're gonna pick the one that's connected to the internet. Right click on it, click Properties. That'll bring up the Properties menu. Go down to your TCP/IP and hit Properties on that. And here's where you're going to set your static IP. If you're wondering, most people can set this part. The hard part is when it gets to these DNS servers. To find out what your DNS servers are, you either have to go through your router, use the command prompt, which is simple. Just go to run, type in cmd, hit OK, and then in the command prompt you're going to type in ipconfig /all, and that'll bring up all kinds of information I can't let you guys see. So close that. So anyways, the DNS servers you don't really want to give out too much. As little information as you can possible to reduce the risk of hacking. So just keep that in mind when you're making videos of your own and things like that. Your IP address, this can actually be shown because even if you put it, you can always change it later. I'm choosing mine for right now, 192.168.1. I'll put, let's say, 170. Alright, and that'll be my static IP. The subnet mask is always 255.255.255.0. And the default gateway, that will be your router's IP. Mine's 192.168.1.1, and that is the same address you would use to log in when you actually go to forward your ports. This next part, once again, I can't really let you see. You would just simply type in whatever your DNS servers are, and each person's is different depending on their cable company and things like that. Get this done. So you hit OK on that, and once you hit OK, you close it. That'll apply the new settings. It might restart your connection. It did it in mine. So to check and make sure your internet's hooked up still. Hey, I'm on Google. Alright. So we have a static IP. Now we need to forward ports in order for Xbox to be even able to play online. So as many people know, the ports are 30, 74, 80, 53, and 88. And I'll actually show you what those are. Give me a second while I bring up that screen. Once you get to the router screen, you're going to want to get into your port forwarding section. Mine's is called Applications and Gaming. Some will just say port forwarding, blah, blah, blah. So you click that. You can do single or port range. Each one serves a different purpose. If you're just going to do it on one computer and only do it for that computer and don't plan on doing it again, just do the single port forwarding. And here is where you're going to type your Xbox ports. See Xbox A. It's going to be 4 different ports. The first one is 88, and that's UDP. Second one's 3074, and that is set to both. Next one's 53, and that is also set to both. And the last one is 80, and that is TCP. So those 4 you will go ahead and want to check mark. See how I check mark all of them, and you want to save settings. And as it saves, that'll forward the ports to your desktop. So then that way, from those ports, we can forward it then to our Xbox, so we can play Xbox while we're still using the original connection from the desktop, as well as being able to media share from the desktop to the Xbox. So once you port forward, you can close that out. And the next step to give your Xbox internet would be simply to right click, hit properties. Some people like to select both and bridge the connections. I don't like to do that just because sometimes it wants to get things mixed up. The way to get it right all the time is just go to your properties, hit your advanced tab, allow other network users to connect to this computer's internet connection. Go ahead and check mark that. You don't have to, but I check mark this as well. It makes things easier just because it makes it automatic. And then under settings, you're going to have a port here. It won't have, I'll delete it. It won't have it there at first, so you'll see just this. You don't need to check mark anything. Hit OK. And we did that. Hit OK. Now, as you can see, my Xbox is connected. Let's check this using the remote to change channel. Where's components? Turn on my controller. And let's test out our Xbox Live. Go to system settings, not console settings, network settings, wired, test Xbox Live connection, and wait while it does that. Well, it's detecting the network. Let's see if it gets on the internet. And it's on the internet. And past Xbox Live. There you go.